What if you stop making decisions? Not some of them. All of them. Every meal, every reply, every career move, every apology. I did this for 30 days, and what happened? Changed how I think about free will, identity, and what it actually means to be a person. Here were the rules I set for myself. Every decision, no matter how small, had to be approved by AI before I acted. I used a combination of ChatGPT, Claude, and a decision tracking app I built in Notion. What to eat for breakfast? Ask AI. Which email to reply to first? Ask AI. Should I go to the gym today? Ask AI. Should I text her back? Ask AI, and use exactly what it says. I logged every single decision. By the end of 30 days, I had 847 documented AI decisions, and the data told one story. My gut told a completely different one. Days 1 through 5 felt like I'd discovered a cheat code. AI told me to eat eggs and avocado in the morning, something about protein and sustained energy. I did. I wasn't hungry until noon. It told me to reply to work emails between 9 and 10 a.m. only, then block the rest of the day for deep work. My output that week was, honestly, embarrassing compared to my normal weeks. Good embarrassing. My productivity score on the app I was tracking went up 40% in 5 days. I was sleeping by 10:30 every night because AI said my chronotype responded better to earlier sleep onset. I didn't even know what chronotype meant before this. The weird part? It felt freeing. Decision fatigue is real. Every choice you make drains something, and suddenly, I wasn't draining it. I was just executing. I remember thinking, why doesn't everyone do this? I would find out why. By day 6, something subtle started shifting. AI told me to cancel a dinner with a college friend, low ROI social interaction based on current stress levels and project deadlines. That was the actual output. I canceled. My friend texted back, no worries, let's reschedule. Simple. But I stared at that message for a long time. Because I'd just let an algorithm decide that a human relationship wasn't worth my Tuesday night. Day 8. I asked AI what hobby I should pick up to improve creativity scores. It recommended a 20-minute daily sketching habit. I bought a sketchbook. I sketched. I hated it. But I kept going, because AI said to. And I realized I was no longer doing things because I wanted to. I was doing things because the data said they were optimal. Those are not the same thing, I just hadn't felt the gap yet. Week 2 is where it got philosophical. I'd had a falling out with a close friend, something I'd said during a stressful week that landed wrong. I asked AI how to handle it. It generated an apology, 3 paragraphs, specific, measured, emotionally calibrated. It referenced the exact dynamic of long-term friendships and how repair attempts should acknowledge impact without over-explaining intent. I sent it word for word. My friend called me that night and said, and I'm quoting here, "That's the most genuine thing you've ever written to me." I said thank you. And then I sat in silence for a while after we hung up. Because I hadn't written it. The apology was better than anything I would have produced. But it wasn't mine. And my friend had connected, genuinely connected, with something that came from a language model, not from me. That's when the productivity numbers started to feel hollow. Day 17 is the one I keep coming back to. I'd been building a side project for almost 2 years. A small tool, nothing glamorous, but it was mine. I'd built it through nights and weekends, through versions that failed, through moments where I almost gave up, and kept going anyway. I asked AI, should I continue? It pulled usage data, growth trajectory, time investment versus output. It ran the numbers. Based on current metrics, discontinuing this project is the statistically optimal decision. I stared at that answer for an hour. And then, for the first time in 17 days, I closed the chat. I didn't follow it. Not because the data was wrong. The data was probably right. But because the 2 years I'd spent on that project weren't captured in any metric. The version of me who kept going at 2 a.m. wasn't in the data set. AI could optimize my decisions. It couldn't optimize my meaning. The final 10 days I ran a different experiment inside the experiment. I started making one decision per day without asking AI. Just one. Small ones at first. What to order for lunch, which route to walk home. I made some bad calls. I ordered a meal I didn't enjoy. I took a longer route in the rain. But something came back online. By day 28 I noticed I was thinking again. Not just executing, weighing, wondering, being uncertain, and sitting with that uncertainty instead of outsourcing it. Growth doesn't happen when you make the right call. It happens in the moment, after you make the wrong one, when you have to figure out what it says about you, and what you'll do differently. AI removes that moment entirely, and without that moment, you stop becoming. Here's what 30 days of outsourced decisions taught me. AI is a brilliant optimizer. Genuinely, it made my habits better, my communication cleaner, my schedule tighter. But optimization is not the same as living. Decisions are not just outputs. They're how you find out who you are, what you value, what you're willing to fight for even when the data says stop. When you outsource your decisions, you outsource your identity, gradually, quietly, one optimized choice at a time. I still use AI every day, but now I use it the way I'd use a compass, not to walk for me, but to help me know where I'm going. The walking is mine. There's a decision you've been sitting on, maybe for days, maybe for months. You already know what the data says, you might even know what an AI would tell you. The question is, what does that part of you, the part that stayed up building something no one asked for, does? Part. Say. Drop it in the comments. Not for me to answer, just to say it out loud. Sometimes that's enough.